we missed you.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to excuse me.
Now, it may get bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. We'll see what happens. But regardless of what happens, we're totally prepared.
This is your victory. Now, I know you didn't do this just to win an election. I know you didn't do it for me. You did it because you understand the enormity of the task that lies ahead.
You're not going to believe this. He killed 16 Czechoslovakians. Guy was an interior decorator. His house looked like shit.
Fire!
What? Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
Ooh, Skinman, villain in disguise.
One wrestles with his emotions, and the other just wrestles other dudes. It's the Middle of the Road podcast with TJ and Coach Casey.
Oh, that was clean.
That was really clean.
That was real clean. What's up, guys?
That's cleaner than I've been all week.
Wow.
Well, my new tradition is what's up, fuckers? Oh, no, I don't know.
Oh, no.
Sorry, we're already going to get kicked off, you know. We're not on TikTok tonight because I ran over there to get it going during while we got going. I might go light it up here in a minute. Today is 6/13/23. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Very good.
TJ's back in studio.
I'm back.
He's still preoccupied, even though we got him in studio. He's getting all of his stuff ready.
Can we do that? I wish you had like the AC/DC. I'm back in the saddle.
I don't have. Well, if you would have told me that ahead of
just thought
time,
about
I
it
would
now.
have done it for you.
That was Aerosmith.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
You were thinking Back in Black.
Yeah, but I did think AC/DC sang that, but
Right.
that's why you're the music guy.
Yeah, he's our music guy on the show. That's Skin Man. He's our sports, news, and obscure Republican nonsense guy. That's
don't forget
TJ.
the Wrestlers.
Wrestlers.
Yeah, Shannon Mahoney said gay to our Facebook Live.
Hey, we'll appreciate it. That's very nice of him.
compliment.
That's actually probably the biggest compliment we've got since we've been doing the show. So thank you, buddy.
That's why my bitch wing's out.
Oh, now all this pressure. I don't know how to do it.
You'll be fine.
Today's show is brought to you by Stress and Emotion.
Casey has plenty of it.
Which I've got amples building up.
It's a diuretic.
It has been a strange week since last show, but I missed you guys. I missed this studio. I missed everything. I don't know if anybody caught it, but I'm going to do a little plug here. I was a co-host on For Music Lovers Only podcast this last Saturday. Told an embarrassing story about diarrhea and myself at Riverfest.
I saw that.
I had some weird, not weird songs, but we did like songs that cut you the deepest. So on top of a weird week that I've been listening to depressing music all week. So that's been great for me. And then the other sponsor was Sober Living. It's a house out of Wichita. Sponsors, people struggling with addiction. And
I'll drink to that.
Thank you. I'm now
Do it right now.
3 days sober from alcohol. 30-something days from everything else.
I'm still clean from Mountain Dew, just so we're...
No, you're not.
Yeah.
No, we took
Now,
multiple.
you say still.
We took multiple votes, and Code Red is Mountain Dew. You can't.
It's Red Mountain Dew.
So just say
says it on the bottle.
You can say you're sober from the yellow.
I'm sober from regular Mountain Dew.
All right. Well, that's I guess better. I mean,
I did have a Code Red today.
I was gonna say we've now talked to 2 weeks in a row, multiple guests, multiple people, and everybody has said that is not. It's the exact same. It's the amount of caffeine. It doesn't count.
It's all the same, but a different color and a different flavor.
Yeah.
It's cheating.
Different flavor.
It's cheating. I don't care.
It'd be like, say you said you didn't like to have sex with chicks with big boobs.
Okay.
Right? And you're giving it up.
Okay.
You're giving up having sex with chicks with big boobs, but you have sex with a girl with small boobs. It's still having sex with a chick.
Exactly.
But it's not Mountain Dew.
Well, Code Red is Mountain Dew though, because it says Mountain Dew right on the bottle.
Just made by Mountain Dew.
Let's do a little bit of.
How many ounces can she hold?
20 ounces at a time, unless I get a 32 ounce, which I had.
That's what you had today.
I had
the cup.
I had a medium at Casey's.
All right. Well, it
which
still
seems
counts.
about like 32 ounces.
That's
I'm not
32
sure.
ounces.
Yeah. I didn't drink it all though.
A little bit of housekeeping. In the next couple weeks, we'll be having the guys from the Three Wheel Bicycle podcast on.
Okay.
They've been reaching out to us. I've been reaching out to them. We've been trying to set something up. They're out of Casper, Wyoming. They do a pretty interesting show. It's all over the board. They have a lot of bands and stuff. So I'm very interested to see how that goes. Help grow their audience of our 6 listeners and grow their audience or whatever. Bring some on board. And then I do have another guest lined up in the future. One of the hosts from Music Lovers Only, Alex. He's a comedian, does some stand-up comedy. So hopefully he'll fit in.
We got a pretty big guest today, don't we?
We do. I was going to say we'll get to that. We're probably 5 or 10 minutes away from the Trump interview.
Wow.
TJ's been anticipating this.
Did you see my hat?
I seen you wore the official seal.
I did.
He'll be
This
happy.
is technically an Obama hat,
which is
but still.
Which is
president.
I was trying to get Obama, if I'm honest, and he wouldn't know. We've been trying to work this one for a while. TJ's excited. I think the Donald's very excited.
Yeah.
He keeps messaging the show board and says, Casey, don't look at these. Send them to TJ.
Yeah.
And he
Don't let him look at it.
He sent one over to the producer this morning and said, we're still on for tonight. Rule still exists. Casey cannot be in the studio, so I will be stepping out.
Okay.
I don't want to run this for you or for Skinman or for the show. So
We
we're
appreciate it.
excited about that. I have a couple other things before we do. Nuggets won the title last night.
My boy Christian Brown becomes the 5th person in NBA history to win back-to-back collegiate national championship and an NBA championship.
They won back-to-back championships?
No, he's the 5th person in history to
Oh,
win
to go straight. Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. I'm with you. And he actually, throughout most of the season,
Yeah.
did not have a major role. Late in the playoffs, he did. He
Yeah.
played his balls off. I rooted for that kid. I hated the interview with his parents when they called him Christian Braun. They said it's Brown. And the rest of the time,
Yeah.
that was my favorite part of Mike D'Antoni throughout the whole watching the Nuggets was, well, just call me Michael Jordan. I know it's pronounced, or it looks like D'Antoni, but it's pronounced Jordan.
Yeah.
So we had that.
I remember when he first came to KU, I was like,
Well, all through
checking him out,
KU,
I
he
was
was
like,
Braun.
no, he was always Brown.
Was he?
But
He was always white.
He was always white, and he's from Kansas, so that's pretty cool. So
Yeah, I guess it's a German name.
yeah,
So congratulations to the Nuggets. I was rooting for the Heat. I became a Jimmy Butler fan during these playoffs. The Heat.
early in the playoffs, he didn't do as much.
Well, late, he
this
was
year.
worn out. I mean, he was gassed. He was, leading on pace to be one of the leading scorers in playoff history. And then I think gassed, couldn't hit the shots, and 36 caught up to him real quick in the finals. But congratulations to them. I don't like their coach. My brother was rooting for him, so he's happy.
Don't like the Heat's coach.
No, I don't like. Spoelstra made stupid decisions all through, but no, I don't like the Nuggets coach.
Okay.
He's got a shit look on his face all the
He's
time, even when they're
intense,
winning.
man.
Nah, you're right. Maybe
Did you see? I was going to send it to you on TikTok, but it was Chance sent it to me. And it was of Djokovic. Just after he won it, he was like, "Awesome."
Yeah.
Like, no emotion at all, and he's like,
I
I just want to go home.
I was going to say
He
he
goes,
was.
I don't like my job. Nobody who likes their job. It's work.
Yeah, he was happy that he gets to go home for 2 days, then come back Thursday
Yeah.
for the parade.
Yeah, he was like, kind of like, can I have the plane? And he's like, I said it on here, so now you have to let me have it.
Yeah, he.
Something about horse racing or something.
Yeah, I think he'll be home and then be back. He showed a lot of motion in the last 2 games on the sideline, more than I'd
Yeah.
ever seen him show. But I think,
He's a robot, man.
yeah, he is a robot. He is the most unathletic, uncoordinated looking best player in NBA history.
Yeah, he
I mean,
just looks unathletic, but he's not.
And then the only other thing I really had was the news came out yesterday. The XFL had lost $60 million this year, and I struggle to know if they're what that really means.
I mean, doesn't mean they're not going to be. They're going to be back next year.
I would
can
assume.
guarantee
I mean, because he's got billions to pump into it, and he's
Yeah.
got investors and all that. But I think they are looking at changing some things. And what's crazy is the pay scale was so. I don't know how how they lost money because they got a TV deal. They were using high school stadiums and baseball stadiums
Yeah.
but at some point I guess the travel, all that,
Yeah, I wonder if there's teams that made money and teams that lost money.
It's hard to know.
He got the coach. It's a lot.
I think it was a lot better than whatever the AFL or whatever. I've been trying to watch it. It's
USFL?
It's been on again, and it's just not. Actually, they're probably. I don't know. I just didn't get into it the same way. I've been trying. I still try to catch a game a weekend here and there. There's a Michigan team, so that's fun to watch, but they suck. So,
yesterday, 6/12 was my cousin Derek's 40th birthday yesterday.
Oh, man, he's in the late 30s finally now.
He is now in his late 30s, just like us. You got just a little over 2 months left in your late 30s, and then
I'll be finally in the 40s.
Yep.
Not excited about that. I don't know why. I guess at this point it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I really don't care. Did you see Chris Gaines is coming back?
Garth Brooks' alter ego, is that?
Yeah, he wants to release up to 5 albums as Chris Gaines. He's gonna
Wasn't it still country music?
It was like this weird electro country, and I think
Didn't he shave his beard and just had this thing?
And then he grew his long hair or wig is what I'm assuming it was. He's got because they showed the Chris Gaines picture this week of him, and yeah, the headline was Zero Touch with Reality. Garth Brooks offers to do 5 albums as Chris Gaines.
The album nobody asked for.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody wanted.
Yeah.
Hey, we're on Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Does he sing like that? Or is it in a different accent?
He sings differently as Chris Gaines.
Yeah, he mumbles a lot.
It still sounds exactly like Garth Brooks singing as Chris Gaines.
So, like, when he sings The Thunder Rolls...
I don't think he does that.
Oh, he doesn't?
I don't think so. If he did, it would be more like, and the thunder rolls, instead of, and the thunder rolls.
What if he sang it like Justin Timberlake from
Nice.
From NSYNC? Sing it like JT from NSYNC 2001.
And the thunder rolls.
Not bad.
Singing's not my strong suit, but I'll bring it out every once in a while. Before we go to our interview and do a couple things, I'm going to kick it over to Skinman for a story. News.
Alligator attacks drone during sheriff's office training exercise.
Whoa.
A Florida sheriff's office. Well, why not Florida?
Why wouldn't you have the
Because
drone be an
Florida.
alligator and then an alligator wouldn't attack it? That's mine.
Just try to make sex to it.
Ooh. I'd
Sure.
watch.
Shared a video of the moment an underwater camera drone was attacked by an alligator during a training exercise.
Underwater drone. How does that work? Wouldn't it be a submarine?
I mean, any unmanned object is a drone technically, so it would be I think he nailed it with the underwater drone thing.
Sorry.
I don't know how much semen they put into it before they put it into the water.
Well, that's how you make the Navy.
Well, it wouldn't be a drone if it had semen in it.
Yeah.
Lee County Sheriff's Office said a Facebook post that its Marine unit was using the camera drone for a training exercise in Fort Myers, giggity. Then the drone caught the attention of a nearby alligator. And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Well, I just imagine the video. They do have a video up there. We can't all watch it, but of that thing swimming up on it and getting I did watch it, so. But we can't.
The drone did survive the assault.
I don't know how you skipped the Dukes of Hazzard story and started with that one, but it's okay. We still got time. We got time. Oh. What do you have, buddy?
I don't really have any stories, but I saw a deal on Twitter that there is, I'd have it right here. It's just a quick thing. High school graduating class includes 15 sets of twins and 1 set of triplets.
How many total in the class?
How many total people in the whole class? 420.
That's some weird. Where are they at?
Westford Academy, Massachusetts.
So maybe there's a lot of in vitro and whatever, a lot of atom splittings, and not like the nightclub that you accidentally stumbled into, atom splitting. But
wouldn't that be fucking bizarre? I ever tell you the story
we
about
had 2 sets in my class, or in our school.
The
not my
guy I
class.
work with, Aaron.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story about him?
No.
He's one of my pipeline buddies.
Okay.
So,
and when you say pipeline, like oil pipeline, right?
The guy I used to work with on the
Okay.
pipeline. So I knew Aaron.
Still doesn't. That's pretty vague still, but
I knew Aaron and I hadn't seen him because the pipeline you see guys and then you go for a while and you don't.
yeah, it's
see
like
them
one
again.
night stands a lot of
Yeah,
the time.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like one night stands that last for like 2 months. And
Yeah.
Then you don't see him again. You're like, hey, I know you.
Yeah. What's up, Betty?
So
do the pipelines have manholes?
no, that's that's a sewer.
But he knows how to open a manhole.
So yeah, with breaking my foot. so anyways,
Is there a manhole inspector?
Yeah, me, I guess now.
Okay.
So I hadn't worked.
I'd
with,
like you to check
I
mine
hadn't
out.
seen
later.
Aaron in a couple years, and we're out in New Mexico, and one of my other buddies, Blake, goes, "Hey, Aaron's going to be out there to dinner, and I think his brother's going to be there." I was like, "Aaron has a brother? That's weird. Never heard that before." So we get there, and I sit down at the table. Aaron's right next to me. There's Blake, and then Aaron's brother, Brandon. I look at Aaron. I'm like, "Hey, man, what's up?" Shake his hand. Look at Blake. Shake his hand. And I look, and I see an exact copy of Aaron sitting right across from me. And I was like, what the fuck? I look back at Aaron, and I look back at Aaron's copy over
So
there.
that was your first twins you'd ever seen.
No, Aaron never mentioned that he had a fucking identical twin brother.
Did
named
you tell him about
Brandon.
your sister that looks identical to you?
No, but it was just crazy because he never ever mentioned that he had a brother, let alone that he had a twin brother, and they both had beards. And it's like I was like, it's like one of those things where you see those skits where a guy walks through and then he goes the other way, and then
the other guy comes in.
back
I've
from
been
behind
watching
him.
a bunch of
That's
those.
what it was like with them too. It was just like, what the fuck?
If
So
they
it's like
dr-
the movie Twins.
Basically, except for one of them wasn't Danny DeVito.
Oh man, if there was two Danny DeVitos and twins, that
You know
movie
they're
would have been a
making
lot
another
better.
one, right?
I seen something
Triplets
about it.
with Eddie Murphy
And
Eddie
he'd play
Murphy,
all-
Danny DeVito,
and Arnold.
Arnold.
Yeah,
I'd
What?
watch that.
because there was a black guy in the
the group.
the
yeah.
cocktail that she had.
All right. Well,
If you think about it, really, what was her name?
Anne Margaret.
No,
Okay.
Judy Sutherland.
no, she was a whore.
Well, yeah, she lived on I mean, she was on Sex Island, bud.
How much?
I mean, like, how many dudes did she let make sex to her?
Well, listen, you're on an island.
Benedict.
A lot of
right?
people.
¿Cuántos cuestas?
And he goes back and meets her, and
She's kind of a piece of shit.
yeah, yeah. Well, you would
I
imagine.
mean, she fucking abandoned her kids.
Well, but look, I mean,
Put
she
Danny DeVito,
sometimes
she
you
knew
have
about
to.
him.
when he turned out the better of the two. He turned out the most well-rounded.
Mary Ann Benedict, anyways, she was a piece of shit.
I don't know, but that's harsh. She lived in a different time when
Different time where you just let 15 dudes get up all in you at the same time.
It was the 70s.
Listen,
Now
in high
chicks are
school
doing
they
that
called
up.
in high school if the girl was a whore, if it was a guy, it was a high five. You know,
That's-
so
that's just the way things work.
Now, statistically speaking, 14 out of 15 people enjoy a gangbang.
True.
the 15th is usually the one getting it. Is that what you're saying, or
Just somebody out there is not going to like it.
That's
Probably
what the movie was.
The last guy or the first guy.
I'd rather be the first guy. I think. I
You
mean,
wouldn't want to be the second guy.
wouldn't. I'd rather be the second than the 14th.
I don't know.
I'd rather be the 5th than the 14th.
So it's all guys? What kind of movies you been watching?
That's what Casey says he's into.
Hey, man. Well, I got a couple questions from listeners for you guys. We're a couple shows behind of questions been getting sent in, so I have a couple for you.
Nice.
This one's for TJ. This is from Ashley. What superpower would you not want?
Not want? Like superpower or superhero powers?
What just a superpower would you not want? Which would be the
I
worst?
wouldn't want to have to smell really good.
Okay.
Like not like my smell, but to sense smell. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Because then somebody stinky, you'd
Yeah.
fucking it'd be even
Smell them
worse.
all time. Skin Man, same with you on that one. It wasn't for you, but
I wouldn't like flight. I wouldn't want to be flying around.
see,
Wow.
I think I would. I mean, obviously, strength would be my number one, or speed. But then I think flight would be next because just you get places a lot quicker.
Okay, how about if you could be any superhero excluding Superman? Who would you be?
Oh, Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Okay. But he's just a regular dude. Oh, Green Lantern. I'm thinking Green Hornet.
Probably Aquaman, maybe.
Aquaman.
I'd be underwater, and then he can be above water. You can do whatever you get to do. You know, we've always had a mermaid. Every dude's always had a mermaid
Vinny
thing.
Chase or Roman Reigns
Bang
look
a
alike?
dolphin every now.
Probably be the Roman Reigns look-alike,
Okay.
unfortunately. Just a little bigger, stacked-er. But, of course, Vinny was pulling plenty. But Vinny got with, what's her name, Mandy Moore in
Yeah,
that. And I
fucked
just,
him up. Yeah.
yeah, that messed him up pretty good.
Did he have really thin legs too?
Yes, he did. After.
Vinny, yeah.
After this, he
'Cause
did.
It just fins at that point.
Skinman, I got one for you. This is from Chris with a K. If
Okay.
you could live anyone's life for a week, who would it be and why?
That's a good question.
I knew it was going to be a hard one for him.
It'd
but-
have to be Sean Connery.
Okay.
He's dead.
I know.
Then you'd be dead.
But it didn't say at any point, any time.
Okay,
so,
sorry.
you know.
That way, I would know if I'd be able to haunt people or not.
Okay.
All right.
Because that's a question only dead men know.
Yep, it's true.
This is for TJ. This is from a Dominic or DH or something. How many times a day do you check yourself out in a mirror?
I don't know. Probably not as much as I used to when I was more handsome. Holy shit. Do you know Tim Allen is 70 years old? Today's his
The
birthday.
Tool Man?
Tim the Toolman Taylor is 70 years old. Not as much as I used to.
Just give it a number.
5. Is that low?
That seems low to me.
You mean like looking in the
Your rear view, when you
Oh.
walk by a mirror, anywhere that's a reflection of TJ, how many times would you? 100?
Probably no. Fuck no. I'm not one of those guys at the gym either that
You don't stand in front of the mirror and tell yourself how good you look?
no, because I have like body dysmorphia. So I look in the mirror and I'm like, I fucking look small. That dude over there looks way bigger than me.
So
That's what I do.
you spend most of your time in the gym looking at other dudes. Then that makes
Yeah,
sense.
of course.
Stacking
myself up.
This one's for both of you. This is from Steve. What music would you choose to walk into a room with every time you walked into a room? Like your entrance music.
Go ahead, Skinman.
Oh, Electric Spider.
I'll have to look that up.
I'd have to look that
by
up
the
as well.
presidents of the United States of America.
Okay.
I'd like to have Roman Reigns.
I was going to say, I'll play it for a second, but
Hurry,
we're
real
just going to get kicked right off here.
That's enough.
That's it. Hey, they were just here. Vince McMahon comes over here knocking on the door.
Yeah, hey guys, no.
Casey, were
Nope.
you just playing our music?
That's enough for now. So that was a couple questions from listeners.
You know what's weird? I'm on IMDb looking at birthdays today. It's only, oh, never mind. There it is. But it's Mary Kate Ashley Olsen's birthday too.
Yeah, it would be both of them.
How old do you think they are?
41.
High. Skinman.
31.
Low.
36.
37.
All right. Well,
I can't believe Tim the Toolman Taylor's fucking 7.
Well, he's got up there, man. He's been, yeah.
He was in prison for how many years?
None, I think. It's also Captain America's birthday.
Which one?
Chris Evans.
Okay. I mean, he's the third Captain America, so. And he's not playing it no more, so he's not
Yeah.
Captain America no more. So
He'll always be Captain America.
we'll see if somebody else starts playing it before too long. Well, I don't. It's not quite there. Actually, yeah, it is. We would do it before the show runs low. Skinman, give us a story while I get the call ready for.
So you're leaving.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna get everything set
I just
up.
don't want him pissed off. I don't even want you
I know.
looking back in the door.
I
I don't
know.
know. I think that might be kind of fun.
I'll text you the number
Okay.
right when I walk out.
Okay.
I'll go. I am gonna go listen if that's okay.
So is he going to answer it or is somebody else going to answer?
I would assume he is. It's his direct. He gave us a direct red line. Is what he's
Holy
calling
shit.
it.
So, like, you think me and him could text? But well, we'll talk about it.
Maybe not on a
I'll
platform.
ask him.
We'll see. He's been asking for it, but I've been stopping it. So
Okay.
news.
A driver's car soared 120 feet after vaulting off a tow truck's ramp
I saw
in
that.
Georgia.
I saw that. That was fucking crazy.
What did I title this? Oh, those Duke boys at it again.
Dude, badass as she hit the horn while she's doing.
The wild scene was straight out of an action movie, but it was recorded by a police camera. A tow truck had his ramps lowered to clear a car crash on a Georgia highway, but a motorist came from behind and drove the ramp at speed. Her sedan launched into the air, soaring some 120 feet before crashing back down onto the roadway.
Do you think there is any chance that was actually on purpose?
I don't know.
I think she was texting.
They said she was on her phone.
I mean, most likely. Most likely.
A scary spectacle was captured on video by the body camera of the county sheriff's deputy who was assisting with the initial crash on the westbound side of Georgia Highway 38.
I wonder, when do you think she was like, "Oh shit"? Like, you think when
right
she
as
hit
you're, yeah. I mean, at no other point you look up
I
and you
think
see
the
it.
G-forces from the ramp, and then she was just.
What if? Yeah, she didn't
in
even notice until
flight.
she was in flight. Like, oh, this road's got a lot bumpier.
I would assume Asian. What do you think?
I would assume white above 50.
You think?
Yeah, because they don't.
Does it say name? Lisa Wong.
Can you see in the picture? Because you see the car freaking.
She's like, "Oh no!
Oh shit!"
No, the hood is smashed up over the windshield.
Did she die? We didn't
No,
get.
they said she was seriously injured. It's funny. You see that cop. They see her going, and he's like, "Oh!" He just starts. You see him just running.
What?
over
How do I
there.
get that? I mean, did somebody have a? Where was the camera from? Is there a dash cam across? I mean,
They were on the other side of the median, so he's looking that way, talking
sees
to
it
whoever
coming?
sees
Yeah,
it, and
it's
she
the,
takes off, and then he runs towards her.
It's the Exxon body camera.
man, that's insane. It'd be fun. Like there was a place sitting around here, this church that used to always have one of those trucks sitting off in the lot.
I've always thought about
That's
it.
what I said, man. Especially with the S10, if I could get going and cut off through that lot at about 45 or 50,
Your
and just
S10 would hit the front of it. And
no,
you'd
that's why I
just go
took
right out your
I took
windshield.
the extreme part of it
Oh.
off now, man.
Oh, it's
so
not
now
an S10 extreme.
no, it's not an extreme. It's a shaved, and so now it's ready to get extreme again.
Fuck, I won't ever forget when we went to that deal when we first came managers at Suburban. You hit that whatever the fuck it was in the middle of the road, and it
Fucked up my rim
your
and my tire,
Yeah.
and that rim still has the chunk out of it
Yeah.
sitting out here, man. That guy dropped one of those big green electrical boxes out of his truck while we were literally right in front of us. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
That was before we got our company trucks, I guess.
Yeah, it was. That was literally our first apartment complex meeting we had to go to at that one where the Carr brothers happened.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Ew.
Well, it's not where they happened, but it's where the whole incident happened. That's actually where they lived, where they got busted. I don't think it happened there. They were there. It happened at a house.
Okay.
So, all right, I'm gonna step out. You make the call. That way, he's not
Okay.
mad.
Well, Skinman, do you have questions queued up for our president?
I do.
Okay. I am going to call him. Hopefully, Casey has everything set up here. Let's see here.
It should be fun. I like how the videos the cameras are set up. You did a fine job this evening.
I think so. Oh, it's ringing.
Hello, Donald Trump here.
Hello, Mr. President.
Is this TJ?
This is. I just want to let you know before we even get started, we have sent Casey away. He is not even in the building.
I do have my special aides watching on Facebook, and I've seen he walked out, or else I would not have answered the phone call.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's me, TJ, and up in the corner is Skinman. He's here too to help us have this interview
Skinman, I'm
with you.
so glad you're here, Skinman. I was almost as excited to talk to you as I was to TJ.
Oh, thank you.
So you've been trying to get me for a while, or maybe I've been trying to get you.
Well, either
Do we
way,
have some questions?
I do. I just wanted to say before anything too, it's such an honor to be able to interview. You're not only the former president and the next president, but the best president we've ever had.
Well, if you watched that stupid town hall with Chris Krispy Kreme last night, you seen that he was trying to call me a loser, and I am not a loser. He is a loser. So let's just establish that to start the call, and then I think everybody already knew that before this call.
Well, if they didn't, we know it now for sure.
Well, I've never told a lie.
My first question for you is, I know you didn't want liberal Casey in here. Can you tell me why you didn't want him on the show? Because technically we're at his house. This is his place.
Well, I'll be honest with you. For years, I've been listening to shows he's been a part of, and I don't like the way he talks about me. I know he voted for the rotten Hillary Clinton, and I know he's been riding with Biden for a lot of years, and I just cannot get behind him. And I would not want to be in front of him, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I definitely know what you mean. There's been plenty of people that made that mistake.
Well, he's a liberal, and quite frankly, there's enough liberals in this world, and the less of them, the better.
I agree. Can you tell me what you don't like about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Well, I'll be honest, they're just liberals, and they don't have a clue. They're running our country into the ground. I built us up out of a great depression before I took over, and then I'm just watching him ruin everything I've done. And that Kamala Harris, is she even the vice president, or does she just, was she just for votes? Because I feel like she was just for votes.
She's really ignorant, don't you think? Like, who do you think's more ignorant, her or Joe?
Oh, well, Joe's definitely, he's not as bad as her. I mean, I don't want to say that. Don't let all your listeners know. He's actually a little bit educated. She has just made it on, well, I hate to say this, but her looks. And then the fact that she's worked her way up from the bottom, if you know what I mean.
I feel you. Skinman, do you have any questions?
I do. As far as NASCAR goes, who's your driver?
Oh, I've always been a Dale Earnhardt guy, but since he's passed away, I've really got into the Kurt Busch guy. He is one funny Republican. He makes me laugh, and I like when he's punching people, so I really enjoy that.
All right. Can you tell us what your thoughts are on transgenders, and then also, where do transgenders put their tranny fluid when they fill up?
Well, I think they put their tranny fluid in the rear.
Okay,
that's just a common known thing.
Okay. I
had
didn't
my
know that.
Twitter told. Yeah, they've always filled up in the rear as a tranny. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't understand. If you have a wiener, why do you want boobs? If you have boobs, why would you want a wiener? I don't get them. But I fully support the ones that support me.
Okay, that makes sense.
So there are some good ones out there that really support the things I do. And for them, they're fine. The ones that don't support me, boo them.
Boo them. Okay. So much like my former favorite wrestler, which was CM Punk, he used to be straight edge. He doesn't drink or do drugs, unlike liberal Casey. Why are you that way?
Well, listen, to work your way to the top of the world, sometimes you need to do it with a clear mind. I don't get up at 3 a.m. and get up on Truth Social if I was drinking and doing drugs. But no, if I get on there sober, I eat my chicken for breakfast. I eat a few French fries, yes, for breakfast.
McDonald's,
it's the
right?
Most important meal of the day. I wash it down with just maybe one 7-layer burrito that they add extra meat to because they don't normally put meat in it. Have a Coca-Cola.
You like Coca-Cola? You're not a Pepsi guy?
Well, I've been back and forth. I was always a Pepsi guy, but lately it's that Coca-Cola from McDonald's and their little cup. It is so good.
I've heard that Coca-Cola is the best at McDonald's. I don't know if that's true.
Oh, you got to go to McDonald's. I think they use the real cane sugar. And I mean, it is good. That is probably my one drug would be Coca-Cola from McDonald's.
Since we're talking and you're like the ultimate decision maker of everybody, I recently quit.
Yes, Skinman should host the show. Sorry. Is that what you were asking?
No. I was going to say, we've been having this little back and forth here. I recently quit drinking Mountain Dew about 30-something days ago. And I haven't had a Mountain Dew, but I've had a few Code Reds. Would you consider that Mountain Dew?
Well, as an impartial judge, is Code Red made by Mountain Dew?
I think it's actually made by Pepsi. It's like the owner of it.
No, that's not.
So does it say, I think on the bottle, hold on, bring me a Code Red. It does say Mountain Dew on the bottle, TJ. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. Skinman,
I don't want to be, I don't want to let you down, but that would be considered drinking Mountain Dew.
Okay. I might as well just go back to it then.
Yes,
I agree. Why would you quit?
Yeah.
So after
Go ahead.
After you made your first $1 million, after making mad money, after making insane money, did it buy you happiness?
Oh, I get up every day and I pee in a gold toilet. I brush my teeth with a diamond-encrusted toothbrush. Actually, I don't. I have a person do it for me. But, Yes, I'm very happy. I own everything, and right now I'm getting ready to own the country again. How could you not be happy?
I mean, that's the best thing I've ever heard. Okay.
Money does buy you happiness. They've been lying, guys. They want you to be poor. Actually, I want you to stay poor so I can keep it, but money does buy happiness. Yes. Write it down.
I'm typing it right now.
Thank you for your honesty.
WrestleMania 23, Battle of the Billionaires. Bobby Lashley versus Umaga with special guest referee Stone Cold Steve Austin. You versus Vince McMahon. How was your experience being the star of WrestleMania 23, and what did you think of Vince?
Well, I'll be honest. I'm the star of every WrestleMania because I watched.
Okay.
And sometimes I'm in the crowd, but it was an experience like no other. Other than my inauguration day, I would put that up there with top 20 experiences of my life. I had a good time.
What about that Stone Cold Stunner you got from Stone Cold?
I feel bad for his shoulder. Happened to get this chin. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
If you noticed, his career went down after that stunner. He might have broken his back trying to stun me, just so you know.
So the whole point of that match was a loser had to get their head shaved, and Vince obviously lost, and you helped shave his head. Have you ever thought about shaving your head and maybe looking like Lex Luthor? And
are you trying to say that I don't have real hair?
I'm just saying, I think you would look awesome with the shaved head, and I think all the liberal snowflakes would lose their mind if you look like Lex Luthor.
I've been seeing a lot of shaved bald or shaved Trump pictures going around, and I do have to admit I look tough as nails. But
if you like,
I've been growing this hair for 78 years. I do not think I will ever cut it.
I think you'd look really good. You want to switch it up and play a little bit of a game that we like to do around here?
I'm down for a game.
Okay, so we play a little game called Slam Ring Wrestle. It's kind of like Marry F Kill. So I'm going to give you three names.
F is for banging, right?
F is for yes, for sex.
Okay, perfect.
So
I don't use the F word, so
okay.
I will say bang, and I will say grab them in the pussy.
Okay,
but that is it.
I did have a question about that, but we'll get to it here in a few.
Okay.
So Slam Ring Wrestle: Hillary Clinton, Rosie O'Donnell, Nancy Pelosi.
Oh man. Well, since I've already slammed Hillary, we'll take that one off, and I'm gonna kill her. Okay.
Okay. So that's wrestle.
I'm gonna wrestle her.
Okay.
Who was my other one? Oh, Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, and Nancy Pelosi.
Okay, well, now that makes it a little bit harder, but I'm going to slam Nancy Pelosi because I've been slamming her for the last 12 years.
Okay.
And then I guess that means I'm marrying Rosie, and then I'll just cheat on her, divorce her, and take everything.
Okay. Now, just to expand on that, I want you to tell me one nice thing and one thing you find attractive of each one of them. So we'll start with Hillary Clinton.
It was nice that she lost to me in the election. I really enjoyed that. Okay. That was actually probably the nicest thing she's ever done.
Okay.
And then something I like about her.
Something you find attractive of her.
Something I find attractive to is her losing qualities to me in elections.
Okay. All right. How about Rosie O'Donnell?
Have you ever seen the movie Exit to Eden?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my God. If you want to see Rosie in a different light, watch her in that. She is one, a great actor, and two, she looks, like a 4. The normal 1.5 she is, she pulls off a 4 in that movie.
I thought she was kind of hot in Flintstones. You ever seen that? She's kind of good looking.
She does look good, yeah. Barney Rubble was Rubble in that. Yes, I've seen that too.
Okay. What about Nancy Pelosi?
I like when her husband gets beat up by strangers. And what was the other thing I'm supposed to ask about her?
Something you find attractive about her. She has nice
I find it attractive when she leaves a room and the door closes. She looks great.
She smells like old lady farts at all, or no?
Oh, she smells like alcohol and money and all the things I look for in women normally, except for she's too close to my age.
Okay. Skin Man?
Oh, I would slam Rosie, wrestle Nancy, and marry Hillary.
Okay. Oh, do you have any more questions for the president?
What is your favorite color of trailer park fire?
My favorite color of trailer park fire?
Oh, yeah.
Do you even know what that is, sir? What a trailer park is?
No, I don't know what a trailer park is. I'm assuming this is places that you park your trailers when you're doing my favorite color is the guys that blocked the roads in the Trump rally and didn't let people pass the bridges. So I would say the red, white, and blue trailer fire that they caused for me, that's what I love.
Okay, I'm not trying to tell you to do some homework, but watch Trailer Park Boys, and then you will understand exactly what a trailer park is.
Okay, well, I will watch it. Do they have that on Fox News, or can I catch it on True Social?
I'm sure you could search it up on True Social.
Well, you could have one of your people look it up, and then they can give you a review.
Guys, tell me about the Trailer Park Boys. They're doing some research for me, so next show I'll have a little bit more info, and I will be able to answer that question.
So you think we can get you back on here again?
I would love to.
That sounds fantastic.
That is
Listen,
great.
with all these indictments and these fake charges going against me, I need friends like you guys. I need to spread the word that, yeah, I took a few documents. I showed a couple people. So what? I'm the president. Duh. I can do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. And when I'm 47 again, all those people are going down. Just mark that down. They're going down.
We're writing it down currently. Okay. At what age did you lose your virginity?
I think I was 7.
7. Okay.
I don't remember. My dad paid a girl to come in. I think she was just supposed to babysit, but I think she misunderstood the contract, and I was very excited for it.
Okay. Do you have anybody in mind?
I believe it was Nancy Pelosi, actually.
Okay. So she would have been like in her early 40s back then.
Yes.
Okay. Who are you going to choose for your running mate this time? Like, do you have an idea?
I've narrowed it down to a few. I found out recently I don't think Kid Rock has the time or can do it, but he was my number one choice.
Okay.
Ted Nugent apparently has a couple felonies, so they're trying to keep him out of it as well. I've been leaning toward that McCarthy, but then he went and made a deal with Biden that I never would have made. So honestly, at this point, I don't know.
Oh, I thought you meant Melissa McCarthy. She's Ursula in the new Little Mermaid movie.
Ooh, I'll have to watch that. Is that the one where she's she's not the Black Mermaid?
No,
huh?
she's the Ursula, the witch.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I really have not decided because right now they might be running against me currently.
Okay.
That might be my running mate.
Okay, and what are you going to do different this time? This is a more serious question. Like, what are you going to do different this time?
Honestly, I'm not going to hold back like I did the first time.
Okay.
I'm just going to say what's on my mind.
Okay.
I'm going to get up and I'm going to let everybody know what's on my mind. But I'm going to run the country the way it should be ran. I'm going to make sure the rich get richer, and I'm going to make sure those the uneducated still believe that I want them to get ahead as well.
Okay.
Sorry, that might have came out wrong.
So
I would. Sorry.
That's okay. So do you think now, like when you become president, that I can stop being a poor again and I can go back to the way things were before?
TJ, you're in my cabinet, buddy.
Oh,
you are in
What
my cabinet.
What about Skin Man?
He'll be in the interior cabinet.
Okay.
We'll probably lock him up most of the time.
Okay.
But we'll bring him out for parties and for things like that. He'll be an interior cabinet member.
He can be like director of parties.
You're going to be my minister of defense, just so you know.
And jerky making. He brought me some jerky today. I could Send you
I
some.
seen you eating on that early in the show when the liberal coach Casey was talking.
Yeah,
and
I was trying to do
you
it
guys
to
should have
be.
made more jokes about him. You guys should have been like, "Hey, you want some beef? Not the normal stuff you eat, liberal." You know, things like that would have been a lot funnier. You know.
Good call, Skin Man.
Oh yeah. Normally I ask what's your first car you drove, but what's your first car that your driver drove for you?
There you go.
It was a 1964 Rolls-Royce Stretch custom-made Trump edition. I still have it at Mar-a-Lago.
Awesome.
And it's still used to this day.
What color is it?
Gold.
Sick. Skinman, can you ask him the question you ask everybody?
Yeah. What was the one song that you decided, yes, this is the genre of music that I like? This explains who I am.
It was Ba to the Bang Diddy Diddy by Kid Rock. It was the first time I really enjoyed music.
Okay.
And I knew he was an American.
I
knew he was an American. And at that point, I knew I needed to run for president. And at that point, it was as a Democrat because I didn't know no better. But then I really listened to the song and realized, no, I am a Republican.
Well, that's a Democrat, not a liberal.
Different things. I was never a liberal. I was a Democrat. These guys went too far to the left, and they have not come far enough to the right, so they are dumb liberals.
Okay. I have a few more questions, but I kind of wanted to do it as just a rapid-fire thing, and then Skimming got a couple more. We can let you go and let you get back to getting ready to run our country again, okay? So I'm going to do
fire away, boss.
I'm going to do them rapid fire, and I just want quick answers, okay?
Okay.
Is Joe Biden a clone?
No.
Is Michelle Obama actually Michael?
She does have a little bit of a junk showing there, but to be honest with you, she may be a man. I don't know. I tried grabbing her, and they turned it down, so I don't know.
Are aliens real?
Yes.
Have you ever just grabbed a woman by the P word?
Well, yes, because a lot of women come up to me and just say, "Hey, Donald," and everybody knows that means they want them to grab me by the P. I got to watch that word.
Yeah, it's foul. We don't use
so
that.
Yes,
here.
I have, but never a woman that has not wanted it.
Whose fault is inflation?
Liberals. Duh.
Most
fake COVID.
Most famous woman you've ever had sex with?
It would have to be Melania.
Okay.
I mean, is there any more famous and more beautiful woman that has
Not
stuck
more
beside
beautiful, no.
her man, has stuck beside her man throughout all of his indiscretions and through liberals trying to take him down and say, yeah, just because I paid a porn star off, that just automatically means I had sex with her.
Well, it doesn't count if you pay for it. Everybody knows that.
Well, I paid her to shut up,
Yeah,
and she didn't.
She didn't, so she owes you some money
Stormy
back.
Daniels, her and Chris Christie, maybe they can run together. Maybe she can be his vice president. They can just call me a loser all they want to.
Okay. That's pretty much all I had for my rapid fire.
Guys, I had a blast. This is the most I have let go since I left Twitter. And man, I needed to get some things out.
Well, we appreciate it, and we'd love to have you back. I understand the next time we have you, we absolutely will not have Casey in the room. Just like this time.
One of these days, I heard he said something about maybe eating chicken again. Well, maybe he's gonna decide that being a liberal isn't working out, and maybe that's why his legs are dying.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll become a Republican. Maybe spending time with you and all of them will help convince him it is time.
Well, I think he probably will vote for you this time. I'm guessing. I don't think he'd vote for Biden again.
Well, I've actually already instructed the voting booth to not accept his vote for me.
Okay.
If he does vote for me, I'm going to call it a miselection, and we will have another vote.
Okay. Skinman, do you have anything else for the president?
Oh yeah, what track and field event did you take first place in?
Everything I ever did.
And then
One meet I only competed in 4 events, and I got 5 gold medals.
Oh,
because
wow.
I lapped a guy in the 100-meter dash. Okay,
That's
I lapped him.
That's amazing.
Growing up years ago, what was your favorite playground equipment?
Oh, I love to teeter-totter. You go up, and you go down, and you go up, and you go down. And then I'd say, hey, I want a new friend over here to go up and go down with me. So my dad would send over another one of our hired hands to do it sometimes 8, 10 hours on a teeter-totter.
Did you ever, like, get it down and then jump off when they'd fall down and
All
hurt
the time.
themselves?
That's the only reason I wanted him on there.
wreck 'em.
Honestly.
That's the best, yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, I'd get on there and I'd get them all the way up there, and then I'd just jump off and they'd fall. Oh, man, they get so mad. And then my dad would – actually, that's where I got the term, you're fired, okay? My dad would say, what do you want to do? And I'd say, fire him. And he'd say, you tell him. I'd say, you're fired. And then they would just – sometimes they'd be dead after that. I don't even know where they went.
And was that your greatest accomplishment?
When I learned the phrase "you're fired," yeah, it was one of my greatest accomplishments. You know, at that time, it was actually the 3rd words I'd ever said besides money, dad, and real estate. And then it was "you're fired." So it was wonderful.
Well, I don't have anything else. Do you, Skinman?
That was it.
Well, we really, really appreciate you having you on the Middle of the Road podcast, and we look to have you back. We'll bring Casey back in here after we know the line's completely clear and there's no chance that
Listen,
liberals all over our show.
One last thing for you guys before I go.
Okay.
Get out and vote for me. Don't listen to the negative things that the news, the fake liberal news media is saying about me. I want to be your 47th president and make America greater again.
Ooh, I like it. Great slogan.
Thanks for having me on the show. I look forward to talking to you guys again.
All right. Thanks again,
Fantastic.
President.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, Skinman, what'd you think, man?
Good God, what a train wreck. I thought he was crazy as shit on video and on what he says.
Yeah,
with his tweets.
Can you believe we just interviewed the president? Like the former president and a future. Oh, Casey's back. Hey, we just got off the phone with President Trump. You weren't even supposed to listen.
Listen.
He's going to find out.
I'm going to break some rules. We know he's broken some rules time to time. And I think that's actually how I might get him back in. I might get him back in my good graces.
Okay,
is by being a little bit of a rule breaker.
Okay, that's a high bar to.
Well, man, he was pretty good on there.
That was man. If that Donald Trump was the guy that would show, I think he's been showing little bits of that through the years. But if that guy ran, I might vote for him. I
tell you what,
apparently I can't. He won't let me. But
so you put right here. You go. President Trump interview. Tony Flood. Jason Spade. Liver King. We've had some fucking amazing interviews.
Yeah,
on this show.
we're starting to stack them up.
That Crocodile Dundee. I mean, what was his name?
Yeah.
Who was that guy we had on here? Crocodile Dundee, mate. What was his name?
It wasn't Crocodile Dundee.
Steve Irwin.
There you go. Yeah, Steve Irwin. That was a good one.
It was okay. But
Steve Irwin was a lot weirder than I thought he was going to be.
He was pretty
honest.
weird. Yeah. I haven't really went back and listened to it, but he was weird. But I'd say
I think he was good weird.
Good weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was an odd cat.
President Trump was pretty damn fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, he was all over the board, man. He was answering questions pointedly.
He wasn't as mean about Rosie O'Donnell as I thought he was. He's more mad about Hillary, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he's softened on her over the years. I think she's kind of, she
does that to a lot of the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I thought he would come at her hardcore, but I think he must. I've seen that movie. He was talking about Exit to Eden, and Man,
Love that movie.
Oh,
Dan,
God, it's-
Dan Aykroyd's in it.
Yeah, and like I said, that'll change your perspective. I don't think he had seen that before.
Does she get naked in it or something?
I think she might, but she's not even the hottest one in there. But she does play decent.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I mean-
Dan Aykroyd's.
Yeah, the alien guy. So
We just watched Conehead this weekend with the kids before they left.
is that their first time they've watched it?
Nah, they've seen it before, but yep, I'll have to watch this.
It's actually a pretty decent show, man. It's a pretty decent movie. So
The chick that plays Lisa, she's kind of a babe in it. She's looks like Shania Twain kind of looking.
the one she's the main, she's the
She's like-
dominatrix.
Yeah, she's dressed up kind of like.
So Dan Aykroyd and Rosie O'Donnell are undercover cops in this.
Oh,
and so they go into
Okay, yeah, I see him with their badges now.
Yeah.
he's wearing like the sex slave thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that.
He does not look very sexy in that, but she actually pulls off a decent
He looks sexy in Coneheads for sure.
Yeah, I like him in that. That's probably the best movie. When him and his wife are touching nubs.
Yeah.
Oh man, that does it for
What
me.
about when Tommy
Or do
Boy
they do the
puts,
thing?
puts it on and he puts that fucking.
Oh!
He's like, oh. Can you think of how many badass movies there would have been like that he could have been in?
Oh yeah.
You always think about like these comedians that die. Like, man, what if he would have been in Step Brothers? What if he would have been in this? Like,
Yeah,
how
he was
fucking funny would
definitely-
it have been?
Bernie Mac would have been great in Step Brothers.
Bernie Mac.
He definitely was my favorite guy that I didn't get to see a career of. You know, he was our Jim Belushi of our age. You know, or John Belushi. Sorry, Jim Belushi's still alive.
Yeah.
So he's the pot guy. So, well, that was cool, man. I'm glad you guys got your interview with him.
Yeah, he said he was going to come back. I don't know if you heard that part. But
Yeah. Well, I've already on the way in. I got a message from his team saying, you know, they had a good time and hope to do it again. So,
well, it was awesome.
well, I don't have a lot else this show. You got Skinman. I know you have one more story that you might want to do.
Yeah.
News.
Conor McGregor knocks out Heat mascot in bizarre promotion at NBA Finals. Miami, once again, Florida.
It's nice to see him finally knock somebody out, though, because it's been, what, 5
It's
fights
been a
since
bit.
he's done it?
Well, he knocked out what's his name? Cowboy Cerrone.
But that was that 2 fights before his last, because he lost his last 2 in a row.
Either way.
Yeah. Either here nor there. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Former UFC champion Conor McGregor knocked out the Miami Heat mascot in a mid-game bit that went wrong.
No wonder they lost the title.
Yep.
Bernie, more specifically, the man who occupies Bernie's costume, briefly sought medical attention Friday after taking 2 punches from Conor McGregor during a third-quarter stoppage of game of the NBA Finals between the Heat and the Denver Nuggets.
Who would you rather get hit by? Conor McGregor or Mike Tyson?
Like punch in the face?
Yeah, just hit.
Conor, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Conor, because God knows what
Mike Tyson
would
take
do
our
after.
head off, man.
Well, that and nothing really sticks.
No one knows what he's going to do after he punches
Yeah.
you.
No,
'cause he's
nothing
not
really
done.
sticks to Tyson anymore, and Connor's like a sue machine. So I would love to. If I ever seen him in person, I guarantee I would do everything I could to get him to punch me because I don't think it would take much.
Yeah.
He's going to take one look at me and it's like, oh, reparations.
Yeah.
McGregor was there as a potential gimmick for pain relief spray. He was booed by Miami in the Miami crowd even before it started. The Flame mascot was wearing oversized boxing gloves and a robe akin to what a fighter would wear entering the ring for a bout. McGregor hit Bernie with a left hook, knocking him down, then punched the mascot again after he hit the floor.
That's probably what really hurt him was the one on the ground.
That's why I said concussion is symptoms.
McGregor then tried the spray, quote unquote, the mascot with pain relief product, while several members of the Heat in-game promotional team dragged Bernie off the court.
Poor guy.
Bernie was hurt, man.
Do you
So
think
they messed him up, and then they were making fun of him.
Well, I think they probably thought it was part of the gimmick at 1st, and then realized, oh, he's out cold. Or
Oh, he's actually really out.
yeah, he's hurt. Did they say whether he's pursuing charges on him or not? Because I think you probably have to sign a waiver to get punched by McGregor.
Probably, yeah.
Well, he wasn't awake to the commentary.
Could not comment.
But
He just heard Joe Rogan's like, You just got knocked out by Conor McGregor. Are you going to fight again anytime soon? No.
No, I'm going to get beat in 4 games or 5 games to the Nuggets. You lost to a team called the Nuggets.
What is interesting is McGregor hasn't fought since injuring his left leg in a loss of
to the
Dustin
Diamond
Poirier at UFC 264 in July of 2021.
God, it doesn't seem that long ago.
Yeah, and they're saying he might not even fight this year still. They're saying that he's keeps trying to push back the Chandler thing. He wants more money.
He wants to fight like 4 times this year.
I know, and it's so full of shit because then I just read a thing from Dana White where basically he's struggling to make the fight even happen. He thinks it will happen. Don't know if it'll happen this year. He loved the story where McGregor said that he wanted to fight 4 times this year, and he would love to see him fight. But I think he wants more money. And I get it. Like McGregor and maybe 2 or 3 other guys have actually became 50+ millionaires, 100 millionaires, and at that point, it's probably hard to get yourself to go train the same way, to want to get punched in the face.
He doesn't even look like the same guy. His face.
No, he looks all thick and swollen, and he looks like he's been on roids for about 2 years.
Yeah.
That the end of your story, buddy?
That's it.
Well, that was an awesome show. I enjoyed listening to the interview. I wish I could have been part of it, but I understand.
Okay. That would have went horribly
wrong. If you ever interview Biden, we'll step out.
We'll see. I've been trying to get.
I'll step out.
I've been trying to get Barack on here, and I think you would stay for that one.
For Barack, you probably so.
I think you would, because especially a couple years have gone by, and it would be a decent conversation. Plus, we could just talk about jumpers the whole game. You know,
I just ask him about his wife's wiener and stuff like that.
Man, I don't know why you guys go that. She is one of probably the top 3 first ladies I would ever want to get with if I was ever going to get with one, but she's too classy for me.
Well, that's because she's 9 inches cold.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not into that, but
swinging from the fences, bro.
She had 2 beautiful daughters. She's not a man.
Find a picture of her pregnant.
A lot of people
find a picture of Melania pregnant. Find a picture of 90% of people pregnant if they're not in the.
I can find a picture of you pregnant.
Well, yeah, watch.
There he is, right there.
He'd be a soccer player.
41 weeks pregnant, almost.
That's crazy I'm down.
Chain it up and rip it out.
I was 165 this morning. I still got that. Takes muscle to be able to push your stomach out by the way. So I'm proud of that.
Okay.
Well, I had a good time. We didn't have a lot for this show. It's been a weird couple weeks for me. I will come back with some more stuff next week. I hope to have possibly the guys from we may have to do this on an off night. We may have to figure something out. But the guys from the 3-Wheel Bicycle Podcast, I'd love to have them in. And then, like I said, we'll have Alex over the next couple weeks. We need to get Chance back in here. I always enjoy somebody to laugh at my jokes, and they don't know any better, so it works out good. That's the same reason I keep having Skinman come, because he laughs at my silly stuff.
Sometimes.
I know.
If it's silly enough.
If it's silly enough. Well, I had fun. Hopefully everybody else did too. We'll be back next week for a show. TJ should still be in town.
I should be.
So that'll be fun. Oh, I don't even know how to run this board, no. It's been too long.
Oh, my goodness.
It's time! Boobies aren't things that give you milk. You get in my face with that, I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch. You piece of shit. I'm here to date your 6-year-old. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that?
I got off a little bit. It happens. Peace, y'all.